Hello everyone, welcome back to another session with me, Pushpa. So today we will be discussing about the theorems 1.3, 1.4 and 1.5 including do this problems. Okay, so let's move on to the topic. So the topic for today is rational numbers and their decimal expansions. So what are rational numbers? So in your previous classes you would have studied about rational numbers and rational numbers that would be in either a terminating form or a terminating decimals, or we have rational numbers. So what are the forms we have? Terminating decimals, and the other form is non-terminating recurring decimals, isn't it? Non-terminating non-terminating repeating decimals, isn't it? Yes. So, you would have studied. So, what are rational numbers? Rational number should be of the form P by Q, where P comma Q are integers, and Q should not be equal to 0. Then that is called a rational number. And we have in real numbers, we have already studied that we have two types of numbers, that is rational numbers and irrational numbers. So how are rational numbers represented? Rational numbers are represented with capital Q, and whereas irrational numbers are represented with Q dash. In rational numbers we have two types, that is terminating, which we have discussed, terminating. Here non-terminating, and what is the main thing? That is repeating. So it will not terminate and it will repeat, whereas irrational numbers, they are non-terminating and non-recurring. So they are non-terminating and recurring decimals. So are you clear about what are rational numbers and irrational numbers? Which means they will not reoccur. Recurring is nothing but no reoccurrence. It will not repeat, no repetition. That is called recurring. Okay, is it clear? Now let's move on to the theorem 1.3. What is the theorem? Let x be a rational number whose decimal form terminates. You have to remember, underline this word, terminates, which means it stops at this point. At one point there is a stop for that decimal. Okay, then x can be expressed in the form of P by Q, where P and Q are co-primes. What do you mean by co-prime? I'll tell you. And the prime factorization of Q is in the form of 2 power n into 5 power m, where n and m are non-negative integers. Okay. So now look at the word terminates, which means stops. It stops. Then terminates is nothing but stops. What are co-primes? Co-primes are nothing but two numbers which do not have two primes, which do not have same factors. For suppose I'll take 2 and 5. These are co-primes. Okay. What are the factors of 2? 1, 2. Whereas 5, 1, 5. You will say, ma'am, we have 1 as common factor. No. So, except 1. A pair of numbers not having common factors except 1. A pair of numbers not having common factors except 1. Okay, is it clear? Next. 1 is a common factor for all numbers. They should not have common factors. Then those two numbers are called co-primes. Now let us take non-negative. So let's talk about non-negative integers. So n comma m or non-negative integers, which means what are non-negative integers? Integers are minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, 0, 1, 2, 3. So they are non-negative, which means it starts from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on, isn't it? Yes. Now, so here according to the theorem, x is equal to p by q and q is equal to 2 power n into 5 power m. Okay, 2 power n into 5 power n. For example, let me take example 25 by 2. How can I write 25 by 2? So 25 and 2. So let me check whether they are co-primes or not. 25 is equal to 5 square. So 1 into 5 into 5. Whereas 2, 1 into 2. So do they have any common factors? No. Then these are co-primes. Fine. They are no common factors. They are co-primes. Then q is equal to 2. Q should be of the form 2 power n into 5 power m. So which is 2 power 1 into 5 power 0. I'll take it at 5 power 0. Anything raised to the power of 0 is equal to 1. So in laws of exponents we would have studied, or exponents and powers we would have studied, to the power of 0 is equal to 1. Isn't it? The decimal number terminates. So according to the theorem, so the decimal number, so this p by q form terminates. So let me check whether it terminates or not. So divide 25 with 2. 2 ones are 2. 5 down. 2 twos are 4. 1 is the remainder. 0.0. 2 fives are 10. So what is the value of 25 by 2? 25 by 2 is equal to 12.5. Okay. So without doing actual division, we can say that 25 by 2 is a terminating decimal with the help of this theorem. What is the use of this theorem, ma'am? So if you were asked any bits in the form of any bits, tell me whether it is a terminating or non-terminating decimal, then you can write it like this. 25 by 2 is a non-terminating, sorry, it is terminating decimal. So 25 by 2 is a terminating decimal based on the theorem. Okay, is it clear? Now let's move on to the problems. So do this, which is in the page number 11. Do this is in page number 11. Okay, so it is in page number 11. So one thing why I am stressing more on each and every problem is you have to understand it very clearly, because this is going to help you for your further education. Like when you are attending any competitive exams, it is going to help you out. So what is the first problem? So what is the first problem? 15.265. So what is the question given? Write the following terminating decimals in the form of p by q, and q should not be equal to 0. P comma q are co-primes. Write the denominators in the form of 2 power n into 5 power m. So I will write it as 15.265. So after how many digits there is a point? 3 digits. So I'll put down 3 zeros. So I will do the cancellation. So with 5 I will do it. 5 threes are. So I am getting down 2 numbers. So 0, 5 fives are 25, 5 threes are. 5 twos are 10, 0, 0. So 3053 by 200. So can I write like this? 3053 by 2 into 100, which is equal to 3053 by 2 into 5 into 2 into 5. Yes, isn't it correct? Yes, 3053 by 2 cube into 5 square. Is it of the form 2 power n into 5 power m? Yes, it is of the form 2 power n into 5 power m. And this is and in this we do not have any 2 or 5 as factors. So p comma q are co-primes. Okay. Next, coming to the second one. Second question, 0.1255. So it is 1255 by how many zeros should I put down? 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros. 4 zeros. So can I do the cancellation? 5 2s are 10, 5 5s are 25, 5 1s are. So 5 2s are 0, 0, 0. So it is 251 by 2000, isn't it? 2000, which I can write it as 251 by 2 into 1000. So 251 by 2 into 10 cube. 100 into 10, 1000. Okay. So 251 by 2 into 10 can be written as 2 into 5 whole cube, which is equal to 251 by 2 power 4 into 5 cube. So is it of the form 2 power n into 5 power m? Yes. And 251 does not have any factor 2 or 5 as a common factor. So these two are coprimes. Now let's do the third one. What is the third problem? 0.4. The third problem is 0.4. So 0.4 can be written as 4 by 10, which is equal to 4 by 2 into 5. 2 1s are 2 2s are. So I can write it as 2 by 5, which is equal to 2 by 2 power 0 into 5 power 1. So it is of the form 2 power n into 5 power m. Next, coming to the fourth question. What is fourth question? 23.34. Isn't it? So 23 by 34 by, after how many digits we have point? 2 digits. So 2 zeros I am putting down. So I'll do with the cancellation with 2. 2 5s are 0. 2 1s are 2 1s are 2 6s are 12, 2 7s are 1167 by 50, which can be written as 1167 by 5 into 2 into 5. 1167 by 2 into 5 square. Okay, so it does not have any common factors. 1167 does not have any factors with 2 or 5, because it does not go with in 2 table or 5 table. Okay, it is of the form 2 power n into 5 power m. What is the fifth problem? The fifth problem is 1 to 1. Sorry, wrong question. 1 to 1 5.8. So can I write it as 12158 by 10? So it can be written as 12158 by 2 into 5. So I'll do the cancellation. 2 1s are 2 6s are 12, 0, 2 7s are 14, 2 9s are 18. 6079 by 5, which also can be written as 6079 by 2 power 0 into 5 power 1. Is it of the form 2 power n into 5 power m? Yes, it is of the form 2 power n into 5 power m. Okay, now let's move on to the theorem 1.4. What is theorem 1.4? The same. Similar to this is quite similar to 1.3, whereas in 1.3 it is given that P, Q should be coprimes. Okay, in 1.3 P, Q are coprimes, whereas here it is not mentioned. It need not be coprimes. Okay, let's see. So I will explain you. Let x equal to P by Q be a rational number. So x be a rational number which is of the form P by Q, and x is the such that the prime factorization of Q is of the form 2 power n and 5 power m. N comma m are non-negative integers. Then x has a decimal expansion which terminates. So yes, x will terminate. So the value of x will terminate. Though they are not co-primes, P, Q are not co-primes, then it will terminate if we can represent Q in the form of 2 power n into 5 power m. Okay, let's take an example and I'll clearly explain you. Example 26 by 25, which can be written as 26 by 5 square. Okay, so 26 by 2 power 0 into 5 square. So is it Q is in the form of, now Q is in the form of 2 power n into 5 power m. Is it clear? Yes. Now let's check whether P by Q terminates or not. check. How am I going to check? So 25 divided by 26. 25 ones are 25. 1. So I'll put point. I'll put 0. So I cannot put a single 0. I cannot put two zeros. So I have to put 0 again here. 25 fours are 100. So it is 1.04. Yes, it is terminating. 26 by 25 is equal to 1.04. I can write in the other way also, that is 26 by 5 square. I'll multiply 2 square in the numerator and 2 square in the denominator so that there is no change. 26 into 4 by 25 into 4, which is equal to, so 26 into 4 is 104 by 100. So if I want to remove two zeros in the denominator, I'll put a decimal after two digits in the numerator. So 1.04. So is it a terminating decimal? Yes, it is terminating. So you can write it as, so it is terminating. Okay, let's move on to the do this problems. Write the denominator of the following problems in the form of 2 power n into 5 power n form, where n comma m are non-negative integers, and then write them in their decimal forms. Okay, so the first one is 3 by 4. So how should I write it? 3 by 2 square. So which is equal to, so it is not in the form of 3 into 5 square by 2 square into 5 square. So I should write in the decimal form also. Remember one thing guys, we should also write in the decimal form which is mentioned in the question. So why ma'am, you can put 5 power 0 so that it would be of the 2 power n into 5 power m. Yes, we can also put 5 power 0, but one thing we were given is we have to write it in the decimal form. So to write it in the decimal form, we can write like this: 3 into 25 by 100. 25 into 4 is 100. 25 into 3 is 125 by 100, which is equal to 1.25. It is of the form decimal form. Is it clear? Next, coming to the second question. 7 by 25. 7 by 25 can be written as 7 by 5 square. So we don't have two powers. So if I want to make 100 or 1000 or 10,000, with what should I multiply? 2 square. 7 into 2 square by 2 square into 5 square. Why should we only multiply with 2 square? Can I multiply with 2 cube? If you multiply with 2 cube, will you get 100 or 1000 in the denominator? No, you will get 200, 2000, something like that. Okay. So now see here, 7 into 4, 7 4s are 28 by 100, which is equal to 0.28. Is it clear? Yes. So my dear students, if you have any doubts, you can put it in the comment section. Okay. So 51 by 64 can be written as 2 power 8 into 8 square is 64. So 2 cube into 2 cube. So 2 power 6. So if I want 100 or 1000 or 10,000 or 1 lakh in the denominator, with what should I multiply? I have to multiply it with 2 power 6 into 5 power 6 in the both denominator and numerator. So 51 into 5 power 6 by, so how much will we get? 10 lakhs. So it is 10 lakhs. So if I want to write it in the decimal form, how am I going to write? So you can remember one thing guys here. So if you should multiply it with, so you should multiply it with 2 power 6 into 5 power 6, because it should be of the form 2 power n into 2 power n into 2 power n into, sorry, 2 power n into 2 power m, isn't it? So if it is 5, what is the value of 5 power 6? It is 15625. So 15625 into 51 by 10 lakhs. So which you can write it as So 55 into 15625 is, I am writing directly, you can multiply and check, 796875 by 10 lakhs. So if I want to remove these zeros in the denominator, after how many digits should I put a decimal? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I can write it as 0.796875. Okay. Now let's move on to the fifth problem. So what is fifth problem? Fifth problem is, what is the fifth problem? 80 by 100. So the fifth problem is 80 by 100. So 80 by 100 can be written as 2 into 2 into 5 into 5. Isn't it? So 80 by 2 square into 5 square. It is of the form 2 power n into 5 power m. So you can write it now. After how many digits should I put a decimal? After 2 digits. So 0.80, which is equal to 0.8. Okay, is it clear, my dear students? Yes. So let's move on to the next to do this problem. It is, the first one is, write the following rational numbers in the decimal form and find out the block of repeating digits in the quotient. So you have to find out the block of repeating digits in the quotient. So the first one is 1 by 3, 3 into 1. So 0.3. So 3 3s are 9. 1, I'll put 0. 3 3s are 9. 1, 0. 3 3s are 9. 1 and so on. So this is repeating. So what is the value of 1.3 is 1 by 3 is 0.333 and so on. So what is repeating? 3 is repeating. Next, coming to the second one, 2 by 7. So I'll do the division. 7 to 0.0. 7 2s are 14. 20 minus 14 is 6. 0, 7. So it is a bigger decimal. 7 8s, 7 7s are 49. 7 8s are 56. You'll get 4, 0. And after that, 7 7 5s are 35. 35, 5, 0 again, 7 7s are 49, 1, so again, so I have to put 0, 7 1s are 7, 3, again 0, 7 4s are 28, 30 minus 28 is 2, so it is 2 here, 2 zeros. Okay, so 7 2s are 14 again, so it is repeating here. So 6 you will get, so decimal 0, 7 7 5s are 35, 7 6 are 47, 7 47, 8s are 56. So what is repeating? So 2 by 7 is equal to 0.285714285 and so on. So what is the block? You can write it as 0.28571 bar. Okay, so what is the repeating block? 285714 is repeating. You can write it like this. Okay, next. What is the third problem? The third problem is 5 by 11. Third problem is 5 by 11. So 11 should be divided with 5, 0.0. 11 4s are 44, 6.0, 11 5s are 55, 5 remainder 0.0, 11 4s are 44, 6 remainder 0, 11 5s are 40, 55, 5 remainder. So what is the value of 5 by 11? Is equal to 0.4545 and so on. So which is equal to 0.45 bar. What is repeating? 45 is repeating. What is the next fourth problem? 1 minute. What is the fourth problem? 10 by 13. The fourth problem is 10 by 13. 13 should be divided 0.0. 13, how many times will it goes? 13 sevens are 91. 9 remainder 0. 13 six are 78. 10 minus 8 2. 8 minus 1 so 0.0. 13 nines are 117. So what is 10 minus 7 3. So 1 minus 1 0. So 0.0 again. 13 twos are 26. Okay. So 10 minus 6. 10 minus 6 how much? 4.0. 13 threes are 39. You will get 1. So 0.0. If I put 1 0, it is not useful. So I'll put a 0 again here and I'll put 0 here. Then again 13 sevens are 91. Then remainder 9. So what is repeating? 10 by 13 is equal to 0.7692307769 and so on. So which also can be written as 0.769230 bar. Okay. So this is this problem, fourth problem. Now let's move on to the theorem 5. So theorem 1.5. What is theorem 1.5? So let x is equal to p by q be a rational number such that the prime factorization of q is not of the form 2 power n 5 power m. You can see here p by q be a rational number such that the prime factorization of q is not of the form, it should not be of the form 2 power n 5 power m. Then it is non-terminating repeating decimal. So if it is not of the form, why am I stressing on this theorems? Because you have examples and do this problems and exercise problems based on these theorems. So these theorems are very important to do this further exercise. Okay. So these are non-terminating decimals. So let me take an example 1 by 7. 1 by 7. So what I will do 7, 1, 0, 0.0. 7 ones are 7. So 3 is remainder 0. 7 twos are 14, 7 threes are 27, 4 is 28. 30 minus 28 is 2, 0.0. 7 twos are 14. 20 minus 14 is 6. 0.0. 7 5 7 6 4 7 7 4 7 8 56. 4. Point again 0. 7 7 are 49. 7 5 are 35. 35. Okay. So 5 is the remainder. Again 0. 7 7 are 49. Okay. You can see here 1, 0 and so on. So it is non-terminating and repeating decimal. So you can see here again it starts with 1. 7 ones are 7, 3 and it is repeating. So it is 0.1428571428 and so on, isn't it? So you can write it as 0.142857 bar. So it is repeating, non-terminating and repeating. Okay, it is non-terminating and repeating. So you can take this as, okay, now non-terminating and repeating. So this is this is non-terminating decimal. If we see q value, it is not in the form of, q is also 1 by 7. See here 7. So 7 does not have any factors. So what are the factors of 7? 1, 7. What are the factors of 1? 1. So 7 is not in the form. Q is not of the form 2 power n 5 power m. Okay, is it clear? Yes. So I guess this theorem is clear for you all. 1 by 7 is non-terminating repeating decimal. Okay, non-terminating is nothing but not stopping. It's not stopping and it is repeating one after the other. This is a non-terminating decimal. If we see value of q, it is not in the form of 2 power n into 5 power m. Okay guys, thank you for watching. If you like my video, please do give it a big thumbs up, and if you are new to my channel, click on the subscribe button for more videos. Thank you for watching. Have a good day. Stay home, stay safe, stay healthy. Bye.